Microsoft just mass announced its own reasoning models, its own AI agents, its own cybersecurity tools, and a super app designed to replace half the software on your phone. Every single one of those products was built to do a job that OpenAI used to do for them. If you work in tech, if you build on AI APIs, or if you simply use software made by the largest company on earth, what happened this week at Microsoft Build will reshape your daily workflow faster than you think. But there is a detail buried in this announcement that almost nobody is talking about, and it changes what this entire breakup actually means. I will get to it. If you are new here, subscribe. I cover stories like this every single day. Here is why this is happening right now. Microsoft and OpenAI spent years joined at the hip. Microsoft poured $13 billion into OpenAI. OpenAI gave Microsoft exclusive access to its most powerful models. That partnership made Microsoft the default gateway to cutting-edge AI for every enterprise on the planet. None of that matters anymore. According to The Verge, Microsoft used its annual Build conference this week to send an unmistakable signal. It no longer needs OpenAI to lead in AI. The number that stopped me cold is coming up. Let me walk you through what Microsoft actually announced, because each piece is a direct shot at OpenAI. First, Microsoft revealed its own in-house reasoning models. These are not rebranded OpenAI products. These are models Microsoft built internally, designed to compete head-to-head with OpenAI's O-Series reasoning line. That means if you are a developer choosing which AI backbone to build on, you now have Microsoft offering its own stack, top to bottom. Second, they unveiled AI agents, not chatbot wrappers, actual autonomous agents that can take actions across Microsoft's ecosystem, handle multi-step tasks, and operate inside enterprise software. OpenAI has been racing toward agents. Microsoft just said, we are already here. Third, a cybersecurity AI tool. This matters because enterprise security is where the real money lives, and Microsoft is embedding AI directly into its security products, something OpenAI cannot do on its own. Fourth, a super app. One interface to consolidate multiple functions, reducing dependency on any single external AI provider. By the way, if this kind of story is useful to you, hit like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people. Now, stack all of that together. Microsoft is not just hedging against losing OpenAI, Microsoft is building a parallel AI universe. What I'm about to show you is the part most people are missing. Everyone is framing this as a breakup story. Microsoft and OpenAI had a good run, they drifted apart, now they compete. That framing is comfortable. It is also wrong. The villain here is not Microsoft and it is not OpenAI. The villain is lock-in. For years, OpenAI had leverage because Microsoft depended on its models. Satya Nadella watched that dependency grow and apparently decided never again. Every announcement at Build was engineered to eliminate a single point of failure. OpenAI, meanwhile, is now caught in the middle of its own success. It trained Microsoft's engineers on what great AI looks like. It showed them the playbook, and now Microsoft is running that playbook with its own talent, its own data centers, and its own distribution, which is the one advantage OpenAI never had. Think about what that means for you personally. If you build products on the OpenAI API, your biggest customer's parent company is now your competitor. If you work inside a Microsoft enterprise stack, your tools are about to get smarter without you choosing a provider. If you are an OpenAI investor, the company that validated your entire thesis just built the exit ramp. Stay with me. The last part is what actually matters. Here's the detail that changes everything. Microsoft did not just announce alternatives to OpenAI. Microsoft announced alternatives while still technically being OpenAI's largest investor and partner. The partnership has not formally dissolved. The contract still exists, which means Microsoft is competing with the company it still funds. That is not a breakup. That is a hostile fork. And here is my prediction. Within 18 months, Microsoft will offer enterprises a fully self-contained AI stack with zero OpenAI dependencies. Not as an option, as the default. OpenAI will survive, but it will survive as a consumer brand, not as the engine inside the world's largest enterprise software company. The era of OpenAI as infrastructure is ending. The era of OpenAI as an app company is beginning. And Microsoft, the company everyone once mocked for missing mobile, for missing social, for being boring, is about to own the most valuable layer of the AI economy, not the models. The distribution. Microsoft just told you its entire AI strategy in a single conference. Most people heard product announcements. You now know what those announcements actually mean. Subscribe to FutureEdge. I cover this every single day. See you tomorrow.